Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to learn how to make these exaggerated ruffles. You will need about 4 yards of organza. You might not consume everything, but you will need like 4 yards of organza for this particular ruffles. So I'll show you guys how to cut and sew it. So this is the organza, and I'll go ahead and cut them cut the organza into long pieces. Each pieces will be 8 inches wide, and you know that organza is normally 60 inches long, so all of them will be 8 inches wide and 60 inches long. So I'll go ahead and cut them into 8 inches wide pieces. So after cutting it into those pieces, you will go ahead and overlock it. You will do what we call English weaving here in Nigeria. I don't know what other people call it, but you will do English weaving because English weaving is always tight and it will give it a nice finishing, so that when you do your gathers, the organza will give you a very nice ruffle. So I'll go ahead and cut. Some will be 8, some will be 9. You take your time and cut at least 3 yards or 4. Cut at least 3 yards into 8 pieces um long, 8 pieces wide pieces. So when you are done, you will cut a base. This exaggerated ruffle has a base under. It has a circular something where I did my gathers on. So I'm trying to cut that. So you fold your fabric into 4. As you can see, I've folded it once and I'll fold again. So I'm trying to cut a circle out of this fabric. This is the fabric that I used as the lining for the lace. Also, I use this fabric for the lining for this particular dress that I'm making. So I'll mark it 8 inches from the center of the square or the rectangle. I'll mark 8 inches round from the center. You will not open the center, remember the center will be closed, so just cut this 8 inches out and you will have a circle. So the 8 inches is a kind of wide, but I made it 8 inches so that I can trim and get exactly what I wanted. You know, like I normally tell you guys, I love working with excess fabric. Instead of having less, let me have more, and then trim down to my desired wideness or length. So I have trimmed it out, and I will go ahead and cut out a lining for this particular thing, then add a hard stay to it, a very hard stay. The stay we normally call a peplum stay. There's a very hard stay, very thick one. That is what I will add to this and the lining, so that when I turn them it will be very firm. So this is it, and I have added it to the lining. If you can see, I added the stay to the lining. So after turning, I opened the center and folded this out, and I have ironed it, so I will keep it aside. So this is the organza, and I am done doing the English weaving for the organza. You can see that all the edges are overlocked. So you take your time and trim out the excess threads from the overlocking machine. After trimming the excess thread, please make sure you iron this organza before doing your gathers, because after doing your gathers it will be hard for you to iron. I don't like ironing gathers because once you iron it, the gathers will kind of go flat or go down. So the best thing for you is to trim this and iron it before making your gathers. So I'll take my time and trim out the excess thread for all of them. So I am done trimming and I'm done ironing the organza. You can see that everything is laying smooth and flat. So the next thing that I will do right now is to go ahead and make my gathers. I'll show you guys how to do the gathers. So you can see that the organza is very smooth. So I'll keep that aside. So this base, this circular base that we have now, you will place your organza at the top. This is the center of the organza. This particular organza is longer than what I measured, so I later changed it. It is too long, so I later changed it. But you place the organza at the edge of the circle like this, the way I'm doing it right now, and you go ahead and start making your gathers. You start pleating it. Make your gathers to be so close so that it will give you that butterfly like flay or ruffles. So this is what I'll go ahead in the sewing machine and do. After you must have consumed this particular piece of organza, you will add another one. So I am done doing the first round, and as you can see, it is looking full already, and this is just the first. So you will take your time and continue until you reach the center of the circle. And yeah, that's it. And at the end of the day, this is what we achieved. It is looking so beautiful, and my clients loves it so much. So thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe so that you can see more of my videos. Bye.